O'Neill Fernandez reflects on a lifetime of music with his 60th album, Lanterns and Footsteps. January 16, 2026. Album review by Daily Music Roll. Reaching a 60th studio album is a rare milestone, but Lanterns and Footsteps shows that O'Neill Fernandez is far more interested in meaning than numbers. Rather than treating this release as a celebration of longevity, O'Neill turns inward, offering an album shaped by memory, resilience, and gratitude. This is not a loud or attention-seeking record. Instead, it unfolds slowly, allowing the listener to absorb the experiences that led him here, the people who guided him, the love that grounded him, the challenges that tested him, and the music that never let go. Lanterns and Footsteps feels like a personal journey shared openly, without exaggeration or theatrics. Introduction. O'Neill Fernandez's musical journey is one built on persistence and passion. Born in Bombay and migrating to Australia in 1972, he has spent decades shaping a distinctive sound influenced by artists such as Cliff Richard, The Shadows, Queen, ELO, Cold Chisel, Australian Crawl, Little River Band, and Air Supply. From his early days as a hi-fi enthusiast and mobile DJ in Perth to becoming one of Australia's most prolific independent artists, O'Neill's path has always been guided by dedication rather than trend chasing. With over 60 albums, more than 1,300 songs, and hundreds of music videos released, his output reflects a lifelong commitment to storytelling through sound. Lanterns and Footsteps arrives as a deeply reflective chapter in that journey. Every lyric and musical arrangement is written by O'Neill himself, with AI-assisted vocals used to give voice to words that carry years of lived experience. The result feels thoughtful, intentional, and personal. Musicality. Musically, Lanterns and Footsteps balances familiarity with quiet exploration. The album moves comfortably through rock, pop, and folk influences, allowing each song to develop at its own pace. There is no sense of rush here. The arrangements are measured, giving space for emotion to settle. O'Neill's guitar work remains central throughout the album, acting as both guide and anchor. Some tracks open into wide, cinematic soundscapes, while others pull inward with a more intimate tone. The production choices feel purposeful, supporting the storytelling rather than drawing attention to themselves. What stands out most is the album's consistency. Despite its length, Lanterns and Footsteps maintains a cohesive emotional thread, making the listening experience feel like a single journey rather than a collection of disconnected songs. Standout tracks. With 20 tracks, the album covers a broad emotional range, yet several moments stand out clearly. Lanterns and Footsteps. The opening track sets the mood immediately. Reflective and grounded, it introduces the album's themes of memory, guidance, and legacy with quiet confidence. Timeless Love. A warm and steady celebration of enduring connection. The song captures the strength found in love that survives time and hardship. Echoes of a Boy. A tender look back at childhood, filled with innocence and reflection. It feels personal without becoming sentimental. The Long Road Home. Cinematic and emotionally charged, this track reflects on belonging and the pull of familiar places and people. Strings of Memory. Here, music itself becomes the storyteller. Each note feels tied to moments from the past, reinforcing how deeply sound shapes identity. Heart of the Southern Land. A proud and heartfelt tribute to Australia, celebrating its landscapes, spirit, and cultural identity. Down Under the Lucky Sun. Light and uplifting, this track radiates warmth and the relaxed charm of Australian life. Strings of Salvation. One of the album's most powerful moments. Inspired by O'Neill's battle with cancer, the song is raw, honest, and quietly uplifting. Silent Assassin. A confronting reflection on betrayal during a difficult period. It carries strength rather than bitterness. Dancing in the Red Dust. Earthy and communal, this track celebrates resilience and life in the Australian outback. Joyrides and Skylines. The closing track brings the album to an optimistic conclusion, looking forward with freedom, energy, and hope. Vocals and Lyrics. The lyrics on Lanterns and Footsteps feel lived in and sincere. Rather than dramatic statements, O'Neill favors honest storytelling, allowing meaning to develop naturally. The use of AI-assisted vocals serves as a vehicle for expression rather than a focal point, keeping the emphasis firmly on the songwriting. There is a sense of vulnerability throughout the album, but it never feels forced. The lyrics reflect gratitude, resilience, defiance, and hope, often within the same song. O'Neill trusts the listener to connect the dots, which adds to the album's emotional depth. Production. Recorded and produced by O'Neill Fernandez himself, the production is clean, spacious, and carefully balanced. Instruments complement rather than compete, and the vocals sit comfortably within the mix. Nothing feels overworked. The overall sound supports the album's reflective tone, allowing each track to breathe. It's a polished production, but one that retains warmth and authenticity, qualities that come from experience rather than perfectionism. Conclusion. Lanterns and Footsteps stands as one of O'Neill Fernandez's most reflective and emotionally grounded releases to date. At 60 albums in, he shows no interest in slowing down, but he also shows a clear understanding of what truly matters: honesty, connection, and the enduring power of music. This album doesn't attempt to rewrite his story. Instead, it honors it. Whether listeners are longtime followers or discovering his music for the first time, Lanterns and Footsteps offers a sincere, thoughtful journey through a life shaped by sound. Score: 4.7 out of 5. Listen to Lanterns and Footsteps on SoundCloud and associated music videos on YouTube.